Wow. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda ज्ञानातिमनन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं बुद्धं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिय वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णहस्ते प्रभुपाद प्रिय श्री गिरिराजाय स्वामिने सुभद्र नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णहस्ते श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादिता मुखं करोति वाचालं पुंहं लङ्घयति गिरियक्षिपतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम्. Right, so we are reading from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 10, and text 143. So this chapter is entitled The Branches of the Chaitanya Tree. So we are hearing about the different groups of devotees who propagated the mission of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the philosophy of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So text 143. So this section, so these devotees are from where?
Orissa.
Orissa. Orissa. So Bengali devotees we reach almost 100, number 100, right? And now we are reaching, this is 20th. So? Ramayanandai Donhe Prabhura Kinkara Govindira Sange Seva Kare Nirantara Ramayanandai, the 20th and 21st among the important devotees in Jagannath Puri, always assisted Govinda 24 hours a day in rendering service to the Lord. So who's Govinda?
He's the god brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was assigned to be a servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Ishvara Puri.
Yes. So now Rama and Nandai, they are assisting Govinda 24 hours a day in rendering service to the Lord. Text 144. Vaishag Harag Jale Jalag Dine Bharena Ramai Govinda Gyaya Seva Karena Nandai. Every day Ramai filled 22 big water pots, while Nandai personally assisted Govinda. I think you read this anyway. In the Gaur Ganoda Desh Dipika, it is stated that two servants who formerly supplied milk and water to Lord Krishna became Ramai and Nandai in the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there was work, right? You need water. So from where will you get water? From the pipeline?
From the river.
Yes. Yes. So they were going collecting. So Ramai was going collecting, well, river, at that time the river was drinkable water. They have wells also, right? They have wells, so 22 big water pots. So that's your supply of water for your cooking and cleaning and, well, bathing, I guess they go to the river or whatever. 145. Krishnadasa nama shuddha pulena brahmana yare sangelaya kaila dakshina gamana. The 22nd devotee Krishnadas was born of a pure and respectable Brahmana family. While touring southern India, Lord Chaitanya took Krishnadas with him. Krishnadas is described in the Madhya Lila, chapters 7 and 9. He went with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to carry his water pot. In Malabar state, members of the Bhattahari cult try to captivate Krishnadas by supplying a woman to seduce him. But although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved him from being harmed, when they returned to Jagannath Puri, he ordered that Krishnadas remain separate from him. For the Lord was never favorably disposed towards an associate who was attracted by a woman. Thus, Krishnadas lost the personal association of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 146. Balabhadra Bhattacharya Bhakti Adhikari Mathura Gamane Prabhura Yenho Brahmachari. As a bona fide devotee, Balabhadra Bhattacharya, the 23rd principal associate, acted as the brahmachari of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he toured Mathura. Balabhadra Bhattacharya acted as a brahmachari or personal assistant of a sannyasi. A sannyasi is not supposed to cook. Generally, a sannyasi takes prasadam at the house of a grihastha, and a brahmachari helps in this connection. A sannyasi is supposed to be a spiritual master, and a brahmachari his disciple. Balabhadra Bhattacharya acted as a brahmachari from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when the Lord toured Mathura and Vrindavan. So these are some indication of, so the previous one, Malabar is where? Malabar state?
Kerala, Mataji.
Oh, Kerala. Oh, so that was South India, huh? So in South India. So remember the Bhattahari cult tried to captivate Krishnadas by supplying a woman to seduce him. So actually he went away. He went away and Mahaprabhu had by force had to take him back. And so now, so this brahmachari, sorry, Balabhadra Bhattacharya. So sannyasis have a brahmachari as an assistant, right? And the sannyasis, they don't cook. So they take prasad at the house of the grihasthas. So a brahmachari has in this connection. So that's how we find everywhere, right? Text 147. Bara Haridasa Ara Chota Haridas Duikirtanya Rahe Mahaprabhu Rapas. Yeah, so just notice that this Krishna Das, he lost the personal association of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he became also one of the branches of this. So you should understand that things are happening. It's very dynamic. So he did something that was not proper. He got lured away by a woman, but then he became the 22nd devotee Krishnadas. So meaning these are all intimate associates of the Lord, and they became branches of the Chaitanya tree. So meaning there is redemption. Meaning he did something that proper, and then there's redemption. And then this one now also Haridas, Bara Haridas. Oh, Bara Haridas, Chota Haridas. Let's see. Bara Haridas and Chota Haridas, the 24th and 25th devotees in Nilachal, were good singers who always accompanied Lord Chaitanya. Chota Haridas was later banished from the company of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as stated in the Antya Lila chapter 2. So he also did something not proper. Chota Haridas. But Mahaprabhu, we should read how Mahaprabhu dealt with them. Brahmabhadracharya Harao Sinheshwara Tapanacharya Raraghul Nilambara. Among the devotees who lived with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri, Ramabhadra Acharya was the 26th, Simheshwar the 27th, Tapana Acharya the 28th, Raghunath Bhattacharya the 29th, and Nilambara the 20th. So let's read his name again. So Ramabhadra Acharya, Simheshwara, Tapanacharya, Raghunath Bhattacharya, and Nilambar. So this is number 28. Singha Bhatta, Kama Bhatta, Dantura Shivananda, Gore Purva Pritya Prabhura Priya Kamalananda. Singha Bhatta was the 31st. Kama Bhatta the 32nd, Shivananda the 33rd, and Kamalananda the 34th. They all formerly served Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Bengal. But later these servants left Bengal to live with the Lord in Jagannath. Text 150. Achyutananda Advaita Acharya Tanaya Nilachale Rahe Prabhura Charana Ashraya. Achyutananda, the 35th devotee, was the son of Advaita Acharya. He also lived with Lord Chaitanya, taking shelter of his lotus feet at Jagannath Puri. Therefore, there is a statement about Achyutananda in chapter 12, verse 13 of this Adi Lila. Text 151. Nirloma Gangadasa Ara Vishnudas E Sabera Prabhu Sange Nila Chale. Nirloma Gangadas and Vishnudas were the 36th and 37th among the devotees who lived at Jagannath Puri as servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Indira Radha, you want to read?
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Text 152 and to 154. Varanasi Madhye Prabhura Bhaktatina Jana Chandrasekhar Vaidya Ara Mishra Tapana Raghunatha Bhattacharya Mishrera Nandana Prabhu Yabe Kashi Ela Dekhi Vrindavana Chandrasekhar Grihe Kailadui Mashavasha Tapana Mishvera Kare Bhiksha Dui Masha. The prominent devotees at Varanasi were the physician Chandrasekhar, Tapan Mishra, and Raghunath Bhattacharya, Tapan Mishra's son. When Lord Chaitanya came to Varanasi after seeing Vrindavan, for 2 months he lived at the residence of Chandrasekhar Vaidya and accepted prasadam at the house of Tapan Mishra. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Bengal, Tapan Mishra approached him to discuss spiritual advancement. Thus, he was favored by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and received Hari Nam invitation. After that, by the order of the Lord, Tapan Mishra resided in Varanasi, and when Lord Chaitanya visited Varanasi, he stayed at the home of Tapan Mishra. Text 155.
Yes.
You want to comment?
No,
No? Continue.
no, no.
Text 155. Raghunatha Baliye Kaila Prabhura Sevana Uchista Marjana Ara Pada Sambhahana. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at the house of Tapan Mishra, Raghunath Bhatt, who was then a boy, washed his dishes and massaged his legs. Text 156. Bada Haile Nilachale Jela Bhaburastane Astamasha Rahila Bhiksha Dena Kona Dine. When Raghunath grew to be a young man, he visited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri and stayed there for 8 months. Sometimes he offered prasadam to the Lord. Text 157. Prabhura Agna Pana Vrindavanere Aila Asiya Sri Rupa Goshanira Nikatera Hila. Later, by the order of Lord Chaitanya, Raghunath went to Vrindavan and remained there under the shelter of Srila Rupa Goswami. Text
Yes.
158.
Yeah. 1 minute. And let Diva Hoopi read.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Text 158. Tandrastane Rupa Goshani Shune na Bhagavato Prabhur Kripaye Tenho Krishna Preme Motto. Translation. While he stayed with Sri Rupa Goswami, his engagement was to recite Srimad Bhagavatam for him to hear. As a result of this Bhagavatam recitation, he attained perfectional love of Krishna, by which he remained always maddened. Purport. Raghunath Bhattacharya or Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis, was the son of Tapan Mishra. Born in approximately 1425 Sakabda AD 1503, he was expert in reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. And in Anta Lila chapter 13, it is stated that he was also expert in cooking. Whatever he cooked would be nectarian. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was greatly pleased to accept the food that he cooked, and Raghunath Bhatt used to take the remnants of food left by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Bhattacharya lived for 8 months in Jagannath Puri, after which Lord Chaitanya ordered him to go to Vrindavan to join Sri Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Raghunath Bhattacharya not to marry but to remain a brahmachari, and he also ordered him to read Srimad Bhagavatam constantly. Thus, he went to Vrindavan, where he engaged in reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to Srila Rupa Goswami. He was so expert in reciting Srimad Bhagavatam that he would recite each and every verse in 3 melodious tunes. Wow. While Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was living with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord blessed him by offering him betel nuts offered to the Jagannath deity and a garland of tulsi said to be as long as 14 cubits. Under Raghunath Bhatta Goswami's order, one of his disciples constructed the Govinda temple. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami supplied all the ornaments of the Govinda deity. He never talked of nonsense or worldly matters, but always engaged in hearing about Krishna 24 hours a day. He never cared to hear blasphemy of a Vaishnava. Even when there were points to be criticized, he used to say that since all the Vaishnavas were engaged in the service of the Lord, he did not mind their faults. Later, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami lived by Radhakund in a small cottage. In the Guru Ganodesha Deepika 185, it is said that Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was formerly the gopi named Ragamanjari. Text 159. Ei mate Shankya Atita Chaitanya Bhaktagan Din Matra Likhi Shamyok Na Jaye Kothono. Translation: I list in this way only a portion of the innumerable devotees of Lord Chaitanya. To describe them all fully is not possible. Text 160. Ekaika shok hote lage koti koti dal, tar shishyo upashiya tar upadal. From every branch of the tree have grown hundreds and thousands of sub-branches of disciples and grand disciples. Purport: it was the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that his cult be spread all over the world. Therefore, there is a great necessity for many disciples of the branches of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciplic succession. His cult should be spread not only in a few villages or in Bengal or in India, but all over the world. It is very regrettable that complacent so-called devotees criticize the members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness for accepting sannyas and spreading the cult of Lord Chaitanya all over the world. It is not our business to criticize anyone, but because they try to find fault with this movement, the real truth must be stated. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted devotees all over the world, and Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur confirmed this. It is in pursuit of their will that ISKCON movement is spreading all over the world. Genuine devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must take pride in the spread of the Krishna consciousness movement instead of viciously criticizing its propaganda work.
Okay, all right, Shashi, you can read. You don't have the book. You don't have the book. Okay. So Anupama.
Hare Krishna. Text 161. Sakala bharya ache prema phula phale bhashaila trijagat Krishna prema jale Every branch and sub-branch of the tree is full of innumerable fruits and flowers. They inundate the world with the waters of love of Krishna. Text 162. Eka Eka Shakhara Shakti Ananta Mahima Sahasravadane Yara Ditenare Sima. Each and every branch of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees has unlimited spiritual power and glory. Even if one has thousands of mouths, it would be impossible to describe the limits of their activities. Text 163. संक्षेपे कहिला महाप्रभुर भक्तगण समग्र बलिते नारे सहस्रवदना. I have briefly described the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in different places. Even Lord Shesha, who has thousands of mouths, could not list them all. Text 164. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yara Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rup and Shri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy, I Krishna Das narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 10th chapter, in the matter of the main trunk of the Chaitanya tree, its branches and its sub-branches.
So, continue, it's chapter 11. Rakshita, are you able to read? Rashmi, are you able to read?
Yeah, I'm not
Amrita
able.
Radhe, are you able to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Amrita Radhe, you can read?
Yes, Mataji. I can. Thank you. Expansions of Lord Nityananda. As the branches and sub-branches of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were described in the 10th chapter, in this 11th chapter, the branches and sub-branches of Nityananda of Sri Nityananda Prabhu are similarly listed. Chapter 11, text 1. Nityananda Padamboja Bhringan Prema Madhunmadan Natvakhilanteshu Mukhya Likhayante Kathichinmaya. After offering my obeisances unto all the devotees of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who are like bumblebees collecting honey from his lotus feet, I shall try to describe those who are the most prominent. 11.2 Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Tahara Charanashrita Yei Shei Dhanya. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone who has taken shelter at his lotus feet is glorious. 11.3 Jaya Jaya Shri Advaita Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Sarva Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 11.4 Tasya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sat Prema Mara Shakina Urdhva Skandha Vadhutendo Shakha Rupan Gananuma. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is the topmost branch of the indestructible tree of eternal love of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the sub branches of that topmost branch. 11.5 Sri Nityananda Vrikeshara Skanda Gurutara Tahate Janamilo Shakha Prashakha Vistara. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is an extremely heavy branch of Sri Chaitanya tree. From that branch grow many branches and sub-branches. 11.6 Malakareera इच्छा जले बड़े शाखागण प्रेम फूल फले भारी छैले bhuvana, watered by the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These branches and sub-branches have grown unlimitedly and covered the entire world with fruits and flowers. 11.7 असंख्य अनंत गण के करु गणना आपना शोधिते कहे मुख्य मुख्य जना. These branches and sub-branches of devotees are innumerable and unlimited. Who could count them? For my personal purification, I shall try to enumerate only the most prominent among them. Purport. One should not write books or essays on transcendental subject matter for material name, fame, or profit. Transcendental literature must be written under the direction of a superior authority because it is not meant for material purposes. If one tries to write under superior authority, he becomes purified. All Krishna conscious activities should be undertaken for personal purification, apana shodhite, not for material gain. 11.8
Yeah, yeah. 1 minute, sir. Actually, my connection is
fine.
good at all. Are you able to hear me? My connection is very bad.
I can hear you,
I lost
Mataji,
you
but
all.
maybe my connection is.
Are you able to hear me, everybody?
Yes,
Are
but
you?
sometimes it goes and comes,
Yeah,
It's
can
like,
I just try to change my internet connection. Just give me 1 minute. This is not
okay,
working properly. Let's try to change and see if this works better. Is it okay?
Yes.
That's
I'm not
better?
there. Yeah.
All right, all right. Okay. I'm not seeing anybody. Only means the camera is not visible. But you're hearing me, right?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
you're here.
So now somebody else should read. Sure? Okay, Indira Radha, read text 8. And text 8, no? Indira Radha, you read?
I was muted. Can you hear now? Yes, sorry.
Yes, yes,
Text
yes.
8. Shri Virabhadra Gosani Skanda Mahashaka Tanra Upashaka Yata Ashankhya Tara Leka. After Nityananda Prabhu, the greatest branch is Virbhad Gosani, who also has innumerable branches and sub-branches. It is not possible to describe them all. Purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, Virbhad Goswami was a direct son of Srila Nityananda Prabhu and a disciple of Janava His real mother was Vasudha. In the Gauda Ganodesha Dipika 67, he is mentioned as an incarnation of Shirodakshai Vishnu. Oh, okay. Therefore, Virbhad Goswami is non-different from Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In a village of the name Jamatapur in the district of Hooghly, Virbhat Goswami had a disciple named Yadunathacharya, who had two daughters, a real daughter named Srimati and a foster daughter named Narayani. Both these daughters married, and they are mentioned in the Bhakti Ratnakara, 13th wave. Virbhad Goswami has three disciples who are celebrated as his sons, Gopijana Vallabha, Ramakrishna, and Ramachandra. The youngest, Ramachandra, belonged to the Sandilya dynasty and had the surname Vatavyala. He established his family at Kadadaha, and its members are known as the Goswamis of Kadadaha. The eldest disciple, Gopijana Vallabha, was a resident of a village known as Lata, near the Manakara railway station in the district of Burdwan. The second, Ramakrishna, lived near Maladaha in a village named Gaeshapur. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur notes that since these three disciples belonged to different gotras or dynasties and also had different surnames and lived in different places, it is not possible to accept them as real sons of Virbhat Goswami. Ramachandra had four sons, of whom the eldest was Radha Madhav, whose third son was named Yadavendra. Yadavendra's son was Nandkishore, his son was Nidhi Krishna, his son was Chaitanya Chanda, his son was Krishna Mohan, his son was Jagan Mohan, his son was Brajanatha, and his son was Shamalala Goswami. This is the genealogical table given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur for the descendants of Virbhad Goswami.
Yeah, so that's a lot. Huh?
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
How
anyway.
come they are sons? He said they were celebrated as his own son. And then we learn that they have different gotras.
They are accepted, like, in family, and, we just say cousin brothers, this one, or disciples, so they're accepted as family members. So that's why in India it's very common, right? They say my real brother. You don't know everybody is the brother, and they say this is my real brother. Very often they say, right? Whoever say, oh, he is my brother, and then oh, he's my real brother. Then you can come to know maybe it's the neighbor's son or your uncle's son, aunties, that we call brother. Isn't it, Anupama? Yeah, that's how it is in India. Right? Everybody's brother. So it's accepted like that. Okay, text 9. Ishvara Haya Kahaya Mahabhagavat. Ishvara Haya Kahaya Mahabhagavata. Veda Dharma Titahana Veda Dharma Dharmeta Rata. Although Virabhadra Goswami was the Supreme Person of Godhead, he presented himself as a great devotee. And although the Supreme Godhead is transcendental to all Vedic injunction, he strictly followed the Vedic rituals. Antareshvara Cheshta Bahire Mirdam Dambha Chaitanya Bhakti Manda Pektenho Mula Stambha. He's the main pillar in the hall of devotional service erected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew within himself that he acted as the Supreme Lord Vishnu, but externally he was prideless. Adyapi anhara kripa mahima hai. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaya Sakala Jagate. It is by the glorious mercy of Shri Virabhadra Goswami that people all over the world now have the chance to chant the names of Chaitanya and Nityananda. Let's hear. Se Virabhadra Goswami Ra Lainu Sharana Yanhara Prasade Hai Abhishta Purana. I therefore take shelter of the lotus feet of Virabhadra Goswami, so that by his mercy my great desire to write Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita will be properly guided. So, I mean, that's what gives authenticity to what a writing. You see, everywhere we find in India, I guess everywhere, people say, I'm a writer. I like to write. Just like there are poets everywhere, everywhere, whoever is a singer is a poet also. But here we are speaking of Shastra. Just like I find again and again, people are posting pictures, AI fabricated pictures. They are doing hybrid of Krishna and Ganesh, Yeah, I'm not joking. They are creating a whole parivar between Krishna and Ganesh and everything. It's all AI concocted. So we don't know how much havoc that AI is doing. But after some time, it will come up when you'll find people become more and more misguided in what is the real philosophy. So here, system of giving out knowledge is given. So there is a system. So Virabhadra Goswami is the main pillar in the hall of devotional service. Antarej Ishvara Cheshta. Bahire Nirdambha. Chaitanya Bhakti Mandape. Chaitanya Bhakti Mandape. Tenho Mula Stambha. So, what is it that Mahaprabhu came to give? So, this is propagated by Sri Virabhadra Goswami. So much see in the
purport of text 8, in his Anubhashya, Virbhat Goswami is said to be the direct son of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and a disciple of Janavadi.
Yeah.
His mother was Vasudha.
Yeah. So Vasudha's wife, right? Sorry, Nityananda Prabhu had two wives, Janava Devi and Vasudha.
Okay.
Right? So Virbhadra was born from Vasudha. And he became a disciple of his other mother, Janava Devi.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Because I think Janava Devi didn't have any sons.
Yes.
Didn't have any children. So Vasudha who had the children. But Janava Devi became the guru of the Gaudiya Vaishnava.
The guru, yeah.
That's Janava Devi.
Okay, thank you.
All right, a few minutes more. So where are we? Which text are we? Okay, pillar.
Text 13.
Text. Yeah. So I was just saying that how Virbhadra is very important because he will elucidate so many of the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And in the purport, he will keep coming up, quoted again and again. Right now, it's like history. We are discussing the history of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. All these chapters. This is the history, who they are, the dynasties. Like we have the dynasties of the kings, right? Bhagavatam is full of dynasty of the kings. So here Bhagavatam is giving all the whole dynasty of Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, they need not be Brahmana, they can be Vaishnava. We read about Jagai and Madai, fallen Brahmana who came back, right? So this is the lineage of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. The text 13. Shri Ramadasara Gadhara Das Chaitanya Gosanira Bhaktara He Tanharapas. Two devotees of Lord Chaitanya named Shri Ramadas and Gadadhar Das always live with Shri Veerbhadra Goswami. Shri Ramadas, later known as Abhiram Thakur, is very famous, was one of the 12 Gopalas of cowherd boyfriends of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, meaning Balaram. The Gora Ganoda Gona Desh Dipika 1-6 state that Shri Ramadas was formerly Shri Dama. In the Bhakti Ratnakar, fourth wave, there is a description of Srila Abhiram Thakur. By the order of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Abhiram Thakur became a great acharya and preacher of the Chaitanya cult of devotional service. He was a very influential personality and non-devotees were very much afraid of him. Empowered by Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he was always in ecstasy and was extremely kind to all fallen souls. It is said that if he offered obeisances to any stone other than a shalagram shila, it would immediately fracture, meaning if you want to test, some people say, oh, here's a shalagram shila. So if Abhiram Thakur, so he can test whether this is actual shalagram shila.
Yeah.
What will he do?
It will break.
Yeah, if it's
Offer obeisance.
a shalagram shila, so this is the test stone. All right, Abhiram Thakur. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhasya, 10 miles southwest of the Chanpadanga railway station on the narrow gauge railway line from Howrah in Calcutta to Amta, a village in the Hooghly district, is a small town named Khanakula Krishna Nagar, where the temple in which Abhiram Thakur worshipped is situated. During the rainy season, when this area is inundated with water, people will go there by another line, which is now called the Southeastern Railway. On this line, there is a station named Kola Ghat, from which one has to go by steamer to Rani Chak. 7.5 miles north of Rani Chak is Khanakula. The temple where Abhiram Thakur worship is situated in Krishnanagar, which is near the Kula bank of the Khana Dwarakeshwar river. Therefore, this place is celebrated as Khanakula Krishnanagar. Outside of the temple is a bakul tree. This place is known as Sid Bakul Kunj. It is said that when Abhiram Thakur came there, he sat down under this tree. In Khanakula Krishna Nagar, there is a big fair held every year in the month of Chaitra, March, April, on the Krishna Saptami, the 7th day of the dark moon. Many hundreds and thousands of people gather for this festival. The temple where Abhiram Thakur worshipped has a very old history. The deity in the temple is known as Gopinath. There are many Saivat families living near the temple. It is said that Abhiram Thakur had a whip, and that whoever be touched with it will immediately become an elevated devotee of Krishna. Among his many disciples, Sriman Srinivas Acharya was the most famous and the most dear, but it is doubtful that he was his initiated disciple. Such complicated history. 14:15. Nityanande agya dilaye yabe goraye te Mahaprabhu e dui dila tanra sathe Ataiva Durijane Dunhara Ganana Madhava Vasudeva Ghoshera E Vivarana. When Nityananda Prabhu was ordered to go to Bengal to preach, these two devotees, Sri Ramadas and Gadadhar Das, were ordered to go with him. So that's the Sankirtan party. All right? When you go out to distribute books, you want to go door to door, you want to preach, there has to be a party. So Nityananda was told by Mahaprabhu, go and preach in Bengal. So these two devotees accompanied him. Thus, they are sometimes counted among the devotees of Lord Chaitanya and sometimes among the devotees of Nityananda, Lord Nityananda. Similarly, Madhav Ghosh and Vasudev Ghosh belong to both groups of devotees simultaneously. So Sankirtan party meaning that, okay, you can be in my group, you can also be in the other person's group. Not only my group, you know how in ISKCON we do? You should belong only to my group and not to the other group. So now here we find they belong to two groups, to Goranga and Nitai also. So we can learn how to preach here. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhasya. There is a place named Dani Hatta near the Agra Dweep railway station and Patuli in the district of Budwan, where the deity of Sri Gopinath Ji is still situated. This deity accepted Govinda Ghosh as his father. This deity accepted Govinda Ghosh as his father. Even until today, the deity performed the Shrana ceremony on the anniversary of the death of Govinda Ghosh. The temple of this deity is managed by the Raja Vamsa family of Krishna Nagar, whose members are descendants of Raja Krishna Chandra. Every year in the month of Vaishak, when there is a Baradona ceremony, this Gopinath deity is taken to Krishna Nagar. The ceremony is performed with 11 other deities, and then Gopinathji is brought back to the temple in Agradweep. Text 16. Ramadasa Mukhya Shakha Sakya Prema Rasi Shola Shangera Kashtaye Puli Kaila Vamshi. Ramadas, one of the chief branches, was full of fraternal love of Godhead. He made a flute from a stick with 16 nuts. Gadadharadas Gopi Bhave Purnananda Yanraghare Danakeli Kaila Nityananda. Srila Gadadhar Das was always fully absorbed in ecstasy as a gopi. In his house, Lord Nityananda enacted the drama Danakeli. So we have different talents. So Ramadas would carve a flute, and Gadadhar, he was an artist, Danakeli, leader. So he was an actor.
He is not the Gadadhar of Panchatattva, right?
No, this is Gadadhar Das.
No, it's Gadadhar Das.
So, text 18. Shri Madhava Ghosha Mukhya Kirtaniya Gane Nityananda Prabhu Nitya Kare Yangra Gane. Shri Madhav Ghosh was a principal performer of Kirtan. While he sang, Nityananda Prabhu danced. Vasudeve Gite Kare Prabhure Prabhura
Noni
Drave.
Ashta Dravya Jaha Shabana.
Paspashane Agrave Yahara Shravane. When Vasudev Ghosh described Lord Chaitanya Nityananda while performing Kirtan, even wood and stone will melt upon hearing it.
Dravya Jaha.
Text 20. Murari Chaitanya Dasera Alaukika Lila Vyagra Gale Charanware Sarapasa Nikhila. Oh my God, what's going on here? There were many extraordinary activities performed by Murari, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes, in his ecstasy, he would slap the cheek of a tiger. And sometimes he would play with a venomous snake.
Baba.
Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhasya, Murari Chaitanya Das was born in the village of Sar Vrindavanapura, which is situated about 2 miles from the Galasi station on the Burivan line. When Murari Chaitanya Das came to Navadvip, he settled in the village of Modadrum or Mamagachi Gram. At that time, he became known as Sharanga or Sharanga Murari Chaitanya Das. The descendants of his family will still reside in Sharir Pata. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khand, chapter 5, there is the following statement. Murari Chaitanya Das had no material bodily features, for he was completely spiritual. Thus, he would sometimes chase after tigers in the jungle and treat them just like cats and dogs. All right. He would slap the cheek of a tiger, oh my God, and take a venomous snake on his lap. He had no fear for his external body, of which he was completely forgetful. He could spend all 24 hours of the day chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or speaking about Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Sometimes he would remain submerged in the water for 2 or 3 days, that he would feel no bodily inconvenience. Thus, he behaved almost like stone or wood, but he always used his energy in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. No one can describe his specific characteristics, but it is understood that wherever Murari Chaitanya Das passed, whoever was present would be enlightened in Krishna consciousness simply by the atmosphere he created. It's so wonderful, isn't it? Okay, we'll stop here. Again, this is our lineage, the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the lineage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now lineage of Nityananda. Very nice. You see, in India, you will meet them, right? These, right? They say, I'm from this family, this family. Their lineage are there. They come to work in Bombay.
Oh,
And they will say, yes, I'm from this one, I'm from Advaita Acharya, I'm from Nityananda. You know, their lineage are there. You meet them. But they don't follow much. Like everybody else, they don't follow much. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Hare
thank
Krishna.
you.
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Mhm.
Hare